Don't let your little feminist brain talk you into some nonsense about men. I'm going to go over a column. You know, this is my column of a column. The Ask Hamlet, the what the hell Mel, whatever we're going to call it. This is my response to a column, and it made me think of some really important things. I want to cover a couple. Let's talk engagement rings, and let's talk feminism and how those work together, and how we don't let these men weaponize your feminism or your, like, I swear to God, y'all. We will convince ourselves that we don't want something we truly want because that's not feminist. Or anyway, let's just get into it. We're going to talk about the bears and all the ways these companies have tricked us into having to have something that maybe we don't want. And at the same time, now men are tricking us into not wanting this thing. Okay. I'm going to tag Cecilia Regina. She does so many good videos about shut up rings. We're going to talk about that. I'm focusing on the way women will lie to ourselves about this. It's not just women. This is anyone who is socialized as a woman probably feels this way. I don't want to leave anyone out here. I also don't want to speak on something I don't know. So let's get into it. Dear Carolyn, y'all know I love Carolyn. She gives it straight. My fiance and I have been together for several years, red flag, and are getting married next year. Marriage is not something he cares about. Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't care about marriage. Because he doesn't like you. Boom, we could stop right there. Men who don't care about marriage, I promise you, it ain't marriage they don't care about. It's being tied to you because you're not their dream girl. When men find a woman that they really, really want. Okay, by the way, I am talking about U.S. American men specifically because it is very different in other countries. Even here in France, it is so different. I have many friends who are paxed for tax reasons because, taxes in France, like, it's a big topic, right? But they don't care about marriage because we don't have this crazy, every country has their own history with things. And in the U.S., this is this is like Bridezilla. This is De Beers, and all that, like, this has been like mass marketing campaign to make women obsessed with marriage and all these things rather than partnership, right? So if anyone, if you're in other countries, please chime in. I would love to hear more. I think at least 50% of the people who follow me are in the U.S. And so even when I came to France and started dating here, most of the stuff that I learned in the U.S., I had to like turn on its head here, or at least like adapt to this culture because it's just so different. It's so different. So before you think, well, Melanie, sounds like U.S. American women are just crazy. They're crazy. I want you to know this is because they spend billions a year with this, selling us this crap. And because we have no social safety net, a lot of marriage is a huge form of protection for a lot of women, but also a way to trap a lot of women. So anyway, it's complicated. But he doesn't care about marriage because he doesn't want you. I promise you, if he found his dream woman, he would lock it down. But anyway, a lot of men, even when they find their dream woman, they're going to cheat on them anyway because men don't even value you. They don't see you as human beings, and you are just a form of labor. Anyway, but he knows it's important to me and is happy to get married. Doesn't sound like it. There's your first lie right there. He doesn't sound happy to. Sounds like you had to talk him into it. And he's only doing it because he doesn't want to lose access to free schmargs, free labor, emotional, domestic, secretary, all the things that come with marriage because men benefit from it. At his request, see, look at this. At his request, I read through this really quickly, y'all. So I'm gonna just, I didn't catch most of the things. I was just like, no proposal. Oh, cool. Wow, that sounds romantic. And the wedding will be tiny and simple because he doesn't want to spend money, honey. And he's not proud of you. And he thinks there's no point in marriage because that means he can't go with someone else. Seriously, it's not about marriage. It's about you. Don't believe with this crap when men say it. This is all legitimately fine with me. No, it's not. It's not. Stop lying to yourselves, okay? Okay, it's time to bring out the puppets. This sounds like her. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm happy. I'm happy to not have a wedding. I'm happy to have a Sunday. I'm happy. I'm lying to myself. That little whatever it is, who is this? This is like Red Riding Hood or something. Anyway, that's going to be a bitter. Probably abused too. This man's going to abuse her. He may never lay a hand on her, but he's going to abuse her and nag and financially abuse her and ruin her life. Sorry, not her. And it all starts with us lying to ourselves. You are not fine with this. You're not fine with it. So we know men lie all the time, but we lie to ourselves. Look, however, I did decide I wanted an engagement ring. I know it's easy to bash them for being a symbol of materialism and misogynistic traditions. But I've always loved jewelry, and I have a physical symbol, and to have a physical symbol of my relationship is very meaningful. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Before we're going to go into the engagement rings, okay? But I really want women to be very clear on what they want and why they want it. I hate jewelry. I hate it. I will only wear this. I will wear nothing bigger. And even this, I had to put this little thing. Can you see it? This thing, because it falls off all the time because I'm so reckless. I have lost it a couple times, and it really, I was like, oh God, I don't want Anthony to think I don't care about it. It's just, I don't like jewelry. The only reason why I wear this is it was important to me to have something. Also, it is a deterrent for men. Not always. It's a challenge for some men. But it was just important for us to have some symbol. But I hate jewelry. I'm ADHD, and all I know is I cut the tags out of everything. I don't wear socks whenever I don't have to because I hate things touching me. So if you truly don't want a ring because you don't like them on your hands, I've been trying to wear earrings, y'all, and every time I do, all I can think of is this hurts. The headache. So I kind of gave up. I'll only wear them for like an hour and then I take them off. So the last thing I want is a very expensive ring that I would rather spend on our honeymoon or, I don't know, towards something more important to me. Travel, adventure, experiences, that is more important to me. I am very clear on what I want. And honestly, if I was wearing a big old ring that I didn't want just so that I could do this for Facebook and so I could show women, I would hate myself. Wearing something I don't want to wear because society tells me I should. I also hate De Beers and I hate diamonds, but you do you, boo. If you want diamonds, it's important to you, you should do it. The problem with this woman is using this well, it's not feminist to want a ring. We're going to go into that in a minute. In the US, it is very important for some reasons. Let me show you in a little bit. But I want to point out how we've already seen like 4 lies this woman is telling herself. She wants a ring. It's important to her. She loves jewelry. Right? Marriage is important to her. My guess is a wedding was also probably important to her. And she's already being like, okay, I'll wait years and years and years to get married. That's fine. And I'll have a tiny wedding with like nobody there because he's embarrassed my man. This is literally Big and Carrie. Right? Let's have a courthouse wedding because I'm a big old rich king baby who's ashamed of you. I don't want to spend the money on that. I'm going to literally stand you up at the wedding. Anyway, the point is that if you're doing something you don't want to do or not doing something you want to do to make him happy, you're with the wrong guy, or maybe you're with the right guy, and this is all stuff you need to deal with because you will lose yourself in this relationship because you don't even know how to advocate for the things you want. You're just gonna be like, if he asks you where you want to go and you're like, I don't know. He says, how about Chinese? And you're like, I hate Chinese, but okay. It's the little ways we do it and the big ways we do it. It's about self-abandonment. You're playing the cool girl. Cool girls, pick me's, whatever form it takes, you're gonna get screwed. My fiance was on board until it came to buy the ring. Then he decided we should split the cost. Okay, you know what we're dealing with here? Red pill guy, podcast, table, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, wall, 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 wall. That's this man. That's this man right here. Like, this is next level. What the fork? If he wants her to split the cost of her own engagement ring, how much you want to bet they are 50-50 on everything? Crap. I mean, he's probably, not even the 50-50, right? He's probably a homosexual. But let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he is actually employed. I have never heard of this. Have y'all heard of this? Splitting the cost of your engagement ring? This is next level. This is going to piss off Cecilia so bad. I hope she does a video reaction to this or whatever. Oh, wait, here we go. Aha! I messed this up. Split the cost easily, which we do with all other expenses. Oh, my God. Okay, so we are dealing with this man, okay? You are so screwed, lady. You are so screwed. Oh, my God. This is really rubbing me the wrong way. This is like another example of men will write into like, am I the a-hole? And be like, I have a secret second family. Am I the a-hole? I've been cheating on my wife for 20 years and she had her fourth baby and thinking of leaving her. Am I the a-hole? And women will be like, I want an engagement ring that I don't have to pay for myself. Am I the a-hole? Money isn't an issue. Here we go. He's not a hobo. They're all hobos. They're all on the hobo spectrum because I swear to God, unless they are really questioning their entitlement under patriarchy, they're going to exploit you. They're gold diggers. Even the rich one is like, nah, I don't want to pay for that. He's well paid and has no debt. And he lives in the U.S.? What? I don't know if I know anyone who doesn't have debt. Then again, most of my friends are like artists and okay, I probably do know people who don't have debt, but it is so normal to just be debt, and people who don't live in the U.S., I'm telling you, whatever. That's another video. And the ring I chose cost less than $900. I don't know how much engagement rings cost. Is this cheap? Is this expensive? Tell me. I really don't even know. Is she asking for much? I'm kind of guessing she's not. Pretty sure engagement rings are really expensive. By the way, a lot of people are not subscribed to me anymore. Please check and make sure you're subscribed or subscribe if you're not, because and set notifications, because even Anthony is no longer getting notifications for my videos on YouTube. And he is a moderator. Like, they won't even notify him. Anyway, just please set it because I'm losing views and subscribers all over the place because I don't know what's happening, but there's some glitch or whatever. Try not to take it personally. He just thinks it's look at that word right there. Silly. He just thinks it's a silly little thing to buy. Oh my God, this man's patronizing too. Here we go. I've given so much to this relationship. Honey, you already know what to do. You just need someone to validate what your intuition and even logic is telling you at this point. You know what they say? Yeah, don't listen to your heart. Don't listen to your heart. Love is not enough. Don't listen to your heart. Don't follow your heart, because your heart gets peckermatized or whatever. Your heart will be like, but I feel bad, but I love him. Your intuition doesn't care about that stuff. Your intuition wants what's best for you. Your intuition takes in all the things and has like this wise, like Yoda type answer to things. But your heart will enable people who need you to stop doing that. Your heart will literally, the heart is a good thing, but the heart without intuition, train wreck, all right? So her intuition is like, this seems messed up. Her heart's probably like, but I love you. I love him. I love him. You know what else? There's another voice. Judge Judy. Maybe it's her mom. Maybe it's her grandma. Maybe it's her sister or all of society that's like, but you're going to die alone. You don't want to die alone. What if you never find a better man? Don't be a cat, lady. cats are like, that is not an insult anymore. Given so much of that. 2 cross-country moves for his career. I literally just did a video today about do not move for a man. Please go watch that. I must have messed up the SEO because it is not getting into the algorithm. But that, please, before you move anywhere for a man, you need to look at how all the ways you're going to be screwed. Now, she has moved twice across the country for him. So you know what this means? See, this is probably why she is not leaving him. She has already sacrificed so much time, money, because she's doing 50-50. And if she's moving for his career, that means she is having to start over twice now, right? Twice. That means she's not close to her friends and community that she's worked so hard to build, possibly her family, if she's close to them. He has cut her off from all that stuff and won't even marry her. Why? Because you have commitment issues, bro? I'm getting angry. I'm sorry. I need to calm down. This is so normal for women. Men would never do this for us. Occasionally they would, if they're evolved, or if they're little hobos. And they'll just be like, well, I'll go wherever, and then I'm going to make you do everything. A man moving for you is not always a good thing, especially internationally. Woo! You're screwed there, too. But that's another video. Let me know if you want to hear that one. 2 cross-country moves. So she's sacrificed her community, her friendships, everything. I wonder if she likes where she's living now. Hundreds of hours of learning his native language so I can communicate with his family. You are doing way too much without I just want you to understand, this woman is literally going to lose everything if this man doesn't marry her. All this sacrifice, hundreds of hours, all the labor, all the money, all of it, building a bear. Choose the bear. Build a bear, don't build a man. Grizzle. Thank you, commenters, for that one. Taking on here we go. You're already a single, married single mom. Extra hours of chores because he needs more downtime. Oh, he needs downtime, does he? I need to take a nap. Clean the toilet, clean the house, do the shopping, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, please tell me this woman is not marrying him, please. What about your dad? And it hurts he won't do this for me. It should hurt. It should hurt more. You're not hurting enough. Pain is the impetus for change. I hope this man does something that hurts your feelings so much it'll slap some sense into you. Because usually we need something really painful to wake us up from this level of delusion. That gets me feeling slighted. Slighted? Can you not minimize this? But then I feel weird about expecting a ring or any gift in the first place. Why? This is bad, y'all. Expecting your partner that you've done all this for to give you any gifts? You should expect that. You should expect that. If you're not expecting that, then you have a serious low self-esteem problem and you should stop dating for a while because you're going to keep attracting men like this. I'm not against dating. I'm against women dating when they have this level of low self-esteem or codependency or unhealed trauma or whatever, because this is literally a life and death kind of decision. This is terrible. Expecting a ring from someone who doesn't care about marriage. I have already covered that. It doesn't help that every married woman I know has a ring her partner enthusiastically bought for her. Plus, a nice proposal, plus a wedding much grander than mine will be. See, she did want a proposal. She did want a wedding. You know what is going to happen at this wedding? Cake in the face. This is a smash cake wedding ready to happen. This man is going to punish you for the rest of your life for making him marry you because he can't find anyone better who will put up with this, but he doesn't want to lose all that you're doing for him. He's going to punish you. He's going to neg you. You already have low self-esteem. You're screwed. And I just say that I want to say that I am not jealous of women who have big engagement rings because I honestly did not. If Anthony had ever done that, I would have been like, you clearly don't know me. Maybe we should break up. I'm not jealous of women who have because I don't want it. And I actually want to just use a little teachable moment here because I have learned, and actually the Artist Way helped me figure this out. And it's so true. Whenever I am jealous of really truly jealous of someone, I use that jealousy to point me in the direction. Instead of being in self-pity about it or any of that stuff, I use my jealousy to be the North Star of what I want, right? Lately, I've been noticing that I'm jealous when people get book deals. And for several years, I didn't care. And I've been like angry and jealous when I see it. And it's not because I don't want that for people. Like I realized that I'm actually ready to get back to writing. And I need to reach out to my agent. And so I contacted her and we had a really good call a couple weeks ago. And by the way, I'm going to actually need y'all's help on what kind of book proposal I want to write. But that's another video. Join my Patreon, by the way, even if you can't afford a membership, because I may poll people over there on helping me figure out some of my next steps creatively. And also it's a place where I just like give announcements and stuff and sometimes free content. So even if you can't pay, that's fine. I just like having access to people who really like my work so I can tell you stuff. Anyway, link is in the description. Every time I find myself truly jealous on a consistent basis, not just once, but truly jealous, it's because I want that and I need to make steps to go towards that thing. Whereas other things that I have no reaction to, right? Like when I see someone with babies, when I see giant engagement rings, when I see like so many things, I'm like, oh, cool. I'm happy for them. I would never want that, but I'm really happy for them. So if you are really jealous, sit with that. Journal about that because it's trying to tell you something. Perhaps you need to start taking actions towards getting that thing, whether break up with this loser you're dating or take that writing class or just start writing on your own. But whatever it is that you're so jealous other people have, let that inform you. Because this right here, her jealousy of her friends, that shows me very clearly she wanted all those things. She's saying, oh, it's fine. It's fine. She literally was like, I'm okay with it. No, you're not. You would not react this way to all these other women if you were truly okay with what you're getting. I feel like I'm being... This is how we gaslight. I feel like I'm being materialistic. I can relate to this as somebody who didn't really want to participate in consumerism. I mean, I literally lived in a truck, partly because I had to, because doing the jobs I was doing, we weren't getting paid enough, and because I had to follow the work. But I just didn't want to own a lot of stuff. But then I started using this to justify really crazy stuff. So I'm like, anti-capitalism. But is that what it's about? Or is this low self-worth? Because I get those mixed up all the time. Even though my wants are so much less than what everyone, clearly, there's so much less than what everyone around me got. So then I just cycle around through the confusion again. Am I ignoring my boyfriend's personality? You are ignoring the fact that it's not it's his personality. His personality sucks. You're ignoring the fact he doesn't like you. We know how much men marry women they don't like. That's why women are so replaceable. That's why they'll leave you after 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years and just go get someone else and start all over. No problem. So easily because they didn't love you. They love what you did for them. My boyfriend and values. Yeah, his values. He doesn't value you to push societal expectations on him. That's not societal expectation. This is about valuing your partner, cherishing your partner, and getting it legally binding so that as much as I don't like the institution of marriage, it offers a lot of protection because this lady is screwed. And if they have kids, screwed. Cecilia Regina talks about this all the time because people are like, no, marriage never. Okay, then don't live with them. Don't live with them and don't have kids with them. It's that easy. But if you're going to live with them and if you're going to have kids with them, you better get some form of protection. Bring a lawyer in. Or is he failing to show up for me? You're not confused. Confused. You hear me confused? That's what you're called. You're not confused. You should have signed gaslighting myself because that's what you're doing here. Let's see what Carolyn has to say. I'm sure. Confused. He says, move across the country for my career. And you, okay. Move across country again for my career. And you say, okay. He learn a new language so you can communicate with my family. Okay. Do more of the chores that I do because I don't feel like doing them. Okay. Marry me uses a symbolic piece of jewelry that means a lot to me and costs less than $900. And his response, I don't care. So fine, but you pay half even though I can easily afford it because I think what you value is stupid. That's what he meant by that word silly. I promise you, this man would buy a different woman like amazing engagement ring. You have your answer, screaming loud and clear, don't you? And it has nothing to do with marriage, materialism, or symbols. Same answer, another way. There are so many wonderful men out there. Use what you learned here. Oh, look at Carolyn. She's like, get out. To hold out for one who loves you completely and values your happiness equally to their own. Give yourself a chance to feel that. She's like, sorry, he hates you, break up with him. I love it, Carolyn. You're not holding back. That's it. That's all she had to say. Now let's talk about this engagement ring stuff. Because I do want to address the engagement ring. And remember, patriarchy, like all systems of oppression, it just keeps morphing into the best way for it to survive, right? And now, apparently, men are either want to give you nothing or they want you to pay for your own ring. That's just them adapting all this stuff to keep getting free labor and extracting resources from you. They're literally parasites. Unless they are your partner and make your life easier being with them, they're making your life worse and they're going to take years off of your life and they're a little parasite. Now, I'm not going to do a whole history lesson on this, but engagement rings go back to like Egypt. Like there's been forms of this for a long time. And for a while, they were just like, nobility and stuff like that, right? Aristocrat, whatever. But mind you, South Africa is where a lot of diamonds are. Y'all, rich countries, colonizers have been just extracting resources from the global South for a long time, right? Still doing it. It's just sneakier. Congo, hello. But anyway, they're like, oh, look, they found diamond. And then, just stealing. But the United States has a very interesting history with this. So they were like, whatever. They went, like, people didn't care about it around the First World War and the Great Depression. And De Beers was like, crap. Engagement rings are going out of style with younger generations. Only 10% of American engagement rings contained a diamond. Well, that's not good for little colonizer corporations. And during the Depression, people are like, this is our last concern. So in 1947, they came out with this brilliant marketing campaign. But mind you, like how they're trying, Bumble just did a video yesterday. They're like, celibacy is not the answer. And they're all trying to convince women to get on dating apps that even though they won't protect them, they won't have criminal background checks and stuff, whatever, right? Mind you, this was the advertising right before the push for the stay-at-home mom and the engagement rings, right? Oh, good. They just they want people to do what they need. Uh-oh, men are away. Look, you're tough. Raw! And then they're like, never mind. This is what you want. This. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. And then they start doing this 2-month salary thing. They started making this the stand. It's just 2 months salary. These forkers came up with that crap. Now, if we do that math, I'm guessing this man, $900 that she wants, I'm pretty sure this man makes more than $900 a month. Or sorry, $450 a month. Anyway, whatever. They've been pushing this stuff. She remained for you, for richer and poor. Let her know how it's going. They tried to sell diamonds to men too, and they're like, nah. Look at this. They're even give her a diamond for a second wedding. They have been pushing this so hard. Remember, back in the day, no one cared about this. Now it's really important. But at the same time, there's a reason why this is important. Let me show you. History. 1947, they come up with this slogan, a diamond is forever, from De Beers. They had this major marketing campaign that the diamond is the only acceptable stone for an engagement ring. Sales for diamonds in the United States rose from 23 million to 2.1 billion in that 40-year period. But it also was tied to this. I didn't know this till today. There was a surge in engagement rings in the USA because after the 1945 push to abolish the breach of promise, that had entitled women whose fiancé broke off their engagement to sue him for damages. The engagement ring replaced that. So instead of being able to sue men for screwing you over and not marrying you after all that you put into them, that now this rings and replace that. This rule of law was especially important for many women who had been frequently intimate with their fiancé, but were socially expected to be a virgin in the new marriage, therefore lost their market value. Y'all, I swear, everything comes down to like money and like purity culture and white supremacy culture and patriarchy. Everything always comes back to this somehow. Because, you know, back in the day, if you slept with him, you lost market value. Like, I swear, they've been talking about us like we're products for I don't know how long. In today's language, they would say we are ran through. Don't buy any of that. I literally write about schmegs with strangers and hookups, and I don't even know what my body count is. I love that for me. It is so high I couldn't possibly. And I still have plenty of market value, and so do you. Please stop believing this. This was like, obviously back then it was even, you know, women like couldn't have like, bank accounts, sign mortgages, credit cards. So all this was so much more important back then. Anyway, after the gradual abolition of that law action in all states, the expensive engagement ring rose to popularity as a new financial security in case of a breakup, since it was custom for the women to keep the ring, partly only under the condition that the breakup was not seen as her fault. So even still, they probably like give it back. And then there's even like all this crap around who gets this ring, right? So I honestly, I wish that we could go back to women being able to sue these men for wasting our time. Fork the ring. No ring is worth all that labor, right? Years of labor. Years of time these men have wasted. So now the only compensation women get is the ring. And now he's like, you buy the ring. Aren't you a feminist? You're so materialistic. Like, if he's not saying that, she's saying it to herself. This reflects the ring's role as a form of compensation for women's damaged reputation. Remember, because, you know, whatever. And now even this is like, gets sticky. Because it's like, now it's like if it was a gift, like at Christmas or Valentine's Day or birthday or whatever, then she'd have like, y'all, do you see why money is at the heart of every liberation movement? If you're withholding resources or access to resources or the ability to have your own resources, you ain't free. You can't be. You're dependent on your oppressor. That's why they want women to be stay-at-home moms now. Actually, I want to do a video about the push to pay stay-at-home moms. Pay them. Pay them. Pay them for every single bit of that labor, because nothing compensates for all the labor they're doing. Anyway, because look at this. In most states in the United States, engagement rings are considered conditional gifts under the legal rules of proper... like blah, blah, blah. So you know what? If you don't want a ring and don't care about a ring or whatever, figure something else out. The whole point is that women are doing too much, giving too much, being exploited by men, and then gaslighting ourselves into thinking that we're asking for too much. We're being selfish. We're materialistic. We're not really feminist. But like this? No, thank you. But honestly, fork any man who doesn't believe in marriage. And I'm looking at you, Dax Shepard, or whatever your name is. Brad Pitt. Oh, man. I'm coming for you, Brad. I hate you so much. I don't hate you. I don't know you. But Brad Pitt, Dax, every single man who doesn't believe in marriage was like, as soon as gay marriage becomes legal, and then they all got like, crap, now I got to murder work. Don't be with a man who doesn't believe in marriage, because that man, he does. He either believes in marriage, just doesn't want to marry you, or he doesn't understand patriarchy. And if that is the problem, you got a much bigger problem, honey. That means he has not even questioned his entitlement. He's never questioned the system that makes him think you owe him everything at no cost. And a man that is like literally not showing you on a regular basis that you are so special and that he's so lucky to be with you because he just thinks you're amazing, that man's gonna exploit you. He's gonna exploit you. Make no mistake, he will marry you and extract everything from you and baby trap you and cheat on you the whole time and take everything and leave you with nothing, because he doesn't love you. He loves your labor. If you're not talking about money with your partner or paying attention to money in your relationship, you're setting yourself to get bored. Don't believe men. And also, don't believe crap your brain tells you. Run it by your friend and listen to your intuition. Et voila. Follow my Patreon, comment, share, tell me what you think. I would love to hear. Everything helps so that I can keep doing this instead of having to do a job that takes all my time, so I can't do this. Thank you for watching and for supporting my page. Et voila. Toot toot.